Unfortunately, yes, that's my car in the back, surrounded by a whole lot of police. In between the green hell and the crazy automotive scene it spawned, you can find the most impressive builds in the world, built by people with years of motorsport experience. But there's one day in particular which attracts fans from all over the world. But how did it escalate to the point where it is now? Why is the police presence so strong here on this day? While most people just enjoy the culture, it sadly also invites people who go way over the limits. What is it that makes this day attract so many people from all over Europe, both the good and the bad? Join us as we make our way there ourselves to be right at the scene and find out how Carfriday has developed from previous years. Has it gotten any better or has it gotten any worse? Let's find out. We are not even there, we are at Kehlberg. 15 minutes right in front of the Nürburgring Boulevard, we spotted this beautiful RWB Porsche, and we already saw the first person being pulled out, which is something I've never seen here before. So, we are here guys, Carfriday. The police is already everywhere. Now we're gonna go. I talked a little bit about my car. There's gonna be another video about that. And yeah, go check it out. Everything here always built at Ring Toys. And that's also where we found our first victim of Carfriday.
Arrived last night to come here and didn't know it was Carfriday.
Yeah, on the worst day possible. So is your goal today to go on track?
Hopefully, but it looks too busy. So maybe view today and track tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing with today, the track is gonna be super full, but the good thing is there's probably gonna be a lot of yellows, so it's gonna be slow. But yeah, good luck.
We'll see, we're here for a few days, so we'll make the most of the ring.
Yeah. Thanks, good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, we just came in here and there was never any police here. There's undercover cops, there's police right now, going over there. So much police here, and yeah, that's all because of idiots not playing by the rules. So yeah guys, just like see it like this, like you're a guest here, right, of people who really love this place. Just respect the region. More information about this car, by the way, in another video. Our RCN car is also gonna be prepared there, so looking really forward to this. Den Hänger kannst du hier stehen lassen, oder? Da vorne. Willst du den mal fragen gehen? Bei Misha, du kommst niemals mit dem Hänger durch. Du kommst niemals mit dem Hänger richtig durch. Kannst ihn fragen, ob du den hinten abstellen kannst. And this is exactly why I meant do not take the trailer anywhere close to the Nürburgring right now, because it is going to be so full and probably really hectic to navigate a trailer through all of this traffic. Now, the lines were so long, it took you hours to get from one spot to the other. And that is normal for Carfriday at the Nürburgring. However, it was way more extreme this year because the police blocked off so many roads. And it was a good idea. They blocked off the roads to the villages, so you couldn't, rev your cars in some random villages. Now, waiting there for hours gave me the possibility to learn from my test that I had the next day for my racing license. So I tried to use my time, and yeah guys, if you go there, just plan in 2-3 hours of waiting. It's really long, and make sure you have all your papers because you are potentially gonna get pulled over, and in the worst case you have your car impounded if you don't have everything registered or if everything is conformed to German law. Welcome to Germany. On arrival, we parked at the parking lot right next to the boulevard. I've never been here before myself, but it gave me sort of the Tokyo Drift vibes, but in the Eifel. Very interesting. Never been here before, but there were a lot of gems parked in this parking lot. So if you ever want to go there, check it out. There's a lot of cool cars parked there, even outside of Carfriday. But yeah, a lot of cars revving inside here. Now, I'm not a big fan of revving your cars, but if it's far away from the public, I don't mind it too much. But that's just for me. I know a lot of other people are bothered by it, so I can understand that. And yeah, just keep those people in mind. When we arrived at the boulevard, I was surprised. There were not so many cars, like cool cars, cool builds. Here and then there were some, but I think most people were stuck either in traffic jam to the gates of the Nürburgring, or they didn't even get through, or they just stayed at home. But there were a ton of people. For someone who has no idea what Carfriday at the Nürburgring is like, what would your explanation be?
It's for the people here. It's like when a NASCAR race is in your city or something. It is one of the biggest events here. Some roads are getting closed down, and just for the people to look at the cars. It's not something that race cars are racing here or anything. It's just the people who are enjoying their cars and living their dream and their hobby.
Yeah, it's like a car festival.
Yes, yes.
Driven by the people themselves.
Yes, of course. And now nobody has to pay nothing or anything to look at cars, to have a good time here, to support the locals. I mean, don't be stupid and rev like crazy on the little towns and something. The racetrack is right there. You can drive on it. So, yeah, respect the city. It's getting a little bit overrun by people who are revving their cars up and something from other states and other countries.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Were you here all of the previous years as well?
Yes, the last 2 years where I have my license, I was here and just driving along and having a good time here.
Would you say it's gotten calmer or more towards the extreme? I mean, the police is very present here.
Yeah, of course. The last 2 years was a little bit less police, but they changed everything. And right now, I didn't see a thing that's going wrong. Everything, it's perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
really
Nice
calm.
to see. Thank you so much.
No
Cool
problem.
bike. And
Thank
have
you.
a nice day.
Same.
The police really controlled the whole area this day. You occasionally saw some very modified cars, but also in the lines towards the entrance or the boulevard, it was a mix out of 30% modified cars and 70% visitors who wanted to get the Carfriday experience. There were a ton that were just pulled over, and it's not just by your average cop, but by cops who knew exactly what to look for. And this is the result of the recent years where people caused accidents and just had to go way over the limit. Despite if we do everything right and do everything according to the rules, the few misfits will always ruin it for everyone. So despite finding it sad that car enthusiasts, motorsport and touring fans cannot just have a normal car appreciation day, I also think it's a good message to de-escalate the situation, to not get any of the cringe takeover culture over to our beloved Nürburgring. Way fuller than it was last year. It is, there's the next undercover cop over there. So most of the cars don't even get in here. They're already been taken out. But yeah, still a lot of people doing burnouts, donuts and stuff. But you also just have the people that come here to, like I said last year, appreciate cars, right? And I think that's why most people are here. I hope the music is not too loud, but people just want to celebrate cars, automotive, and in Germany we don't really have a lot of things for that, right? So yeah, Carfriday. Not too many crazy cars I've seen so far, but a lot of people that do parties, so yeah. And like last year, I had a great idea to park far away from the boulevard or the entrance to the Nürburgring, Tröstenfahrten, but I came back and I saw so many cops around my car, which gave me an absolute heart attack. And I just thought, okay, this is it. They found whatever on my car that is absolutely illegal, or, you know, I had no idea what was going on here. In the end, this is Germany, and even if you do everything right, they can still find something to criminalize you. But to my surprise though, they were super chill. I was allowed to film here, and they were just having a whole gathering of police forces around my car, and the police even took some pictures of my cars, gave me compliments, so they were really, really nice. And yeah, that also calms me down a bit because I don't feel so super criminalized. And yeah, everything is legal on my car. So, I'd say it was a little bit disappointing. That is not a bad thing though. The thing is that there were not that many cars, but a lot of people. What I mean with disappointing is that you couldn't really see a lot of cars because I think people are afraid to take their cars to the Nürburgring at Carfriday. All in all, the police had the villages blocked so that no one could drive through the villages. I think that's a very good idea. And what they also did was basically block the way so you wouldn't get into certain places where you shouldn't be, right? That was really needed. I think police in general was so present. It's crazy, they were everywhere, and I think that's also why it was really quiet this year. So for those who are constantly going to the Nürburgring, I would like to hear your experience and your thoughts on this. And for me, I went to the Motorsport Academy right the day after Carfriday, and if you want to see what happened there, subscribe to see the next video, which is in the making. And thanks for watching, subscribe, like the video, and see you until the next video. Bye bye.